one. Never imagined so much fun. A tropical dream, but I'm awake. Somebody pinch me before I bake. I'm living in the sunshine, living in the sunshine, living in the sunshine. Another beautiful day. Wall Street is hopping, people were shopping. Mallory Square, I love it out there. Loud music flowing, minstrels are strolling. I'm flying high as the ships sail by, living in the sunshine, living in the sunshine. I'm living in the sunshine. Another beautiful day. Another beautiful day. A flowing scent the coconut, Phil Smathers Beach. The dry tortugas ain't that far out of reach. By playing their boat a short trip away, you can bet your bottom dollar it'll make your day. Living in the sunshine, living in the sunshine, living in the sunshine. Another beautiful day.
Hey Tiki Man Radio listeners, this is Marty Nickel coming to you from my beach shack. I love listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. on the internet at Tiki Man Radio. We're live on YouTube at Tiki Man Radio. Got a confession? A song request? All you gotta do is let them know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight tonight. We are traveling at 34,000 feet at approximately 420 knots. Those on the left side of the aircraft, I'd like you to take a look out your window. We're passing over Key West, and I'd like to point out Beachy Shell Studios. You're in luck tonight as our in-flight entertainment will be Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle, so sit back, relax, leave the flying to me, and enjoy B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio. Oh, I'd like to suggest downloading the free app, so when we do get to our final destination, you can listen to everything on Tiki Man Radio. Enjoy your flight, enjoy the in-flight entertainment, and thank you for flying Tiki Man Radio Airlines.
Only 40 people living there today. Streets are dusty and the bank's been torn down. It's a dying little town. Church windows broken, that place ain't been used in years. Jail don't have a sheriff or a cell. And electric trains, they run by maybe once or twice a month, easing it on down to Muscle Shell. Ringling, ringling, slipping away. Only 40 people living there today. 'Cause the streets are dusty and the bank's been torn down. It's a dying little town. And across from the bar there's a pile of beer cans, been there 27 years. Imagine all the heartaches and tears in 27 years of beer. So we hop back in the rent-a-car and we hit the cruise control. Pretty soon the town was out of sight, but we left behind a fat bar, made a cowboy and a dog, bracing for a Ringling Friday night. Ringling, Ringling, you're just slipping away. I wonder how many people will be there a year from today. 'Cause the streets are dusty and the bank has been torn down. It's a dying little town. Yeah, it's a dying little town.
Hey, this is the original hippie chick, and you're listening to Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio. And every Friday night, I like to call in and spill the beans.
Turn the TV on. I feed the goldfish. so lazy, my baby said, we love you too. I kinda like just doing nothing. It's something that I do. He kinda likes just doing nothing. It's something that I do. I got a cabin and a campfire, stars up in the sky. I got a good-hearted woman. I think I'm getting by. I tell my baby I am the walrus. My baby says, good look at you. I kinda like just doing nothing. It's something that I do. He kinda likes doing nothing. It's something that I do. All right. I love a clear day, an open highway, a lonesome fiddle tune. I love a party with friends and family, napping in the afternoon. I might be lazy, I ain't crazy. I love my baby, she loves me too. I kinda like just doing nothing. It's something that I do. I kinda like just doing nothing. It's something that I do. He kinda likes just doing nothing. It's something that I do. He kinda likes just doing nothing. It's something that I do. All right.
Coming to you live from the Beachy Shell studio in Key West, Florida. You're listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle.
B-Man and Michelle's Coast Confessions on a Friday night, coming to you live from the Beachy Shell Studios here at the Beachy Shell Hideaway in Key West, Florida. How is everybody tonight? We've got the beautiful Michelle over here. Let me get the camera. Hang on, camera time. That's me, everybody. How are you all doing on this Friday night? I got purple on. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. Why I've got purple on, but then we've got Michelle there. We got Adrian Z in the house tonight. How are you doing?
I'm good. Very happy to be here with both of you.
This is so cool. All right, we got a microphone buzzing. So hang on one second. Talk while I fix.
Talk. Like mess it up because I moved it.
You're good. We're good.
Yay!
The buzzing stopped. That microphone, I'm going to have to get another one because that one likes to buzz out and everything.
I realize I have to look that way, and that means that
the lovely Adrian Z, the lovely Michelle. We're good. We're fine. Everything is good. You know what? We've got two really cool things happening. Number one, the best part of the show is we got Adrian Z hanging out with us tonight.
Hey, where's your clap?
Oh gosh, hang on. I'm behind the times. There's so much. No, there's so much going on. Well, I do. It's like wow. We got Howard with us tonight, and there we go, Adrian Z, everybody. There you.
Just posted on Facebook.
So we got Adrian Z, and I'm officially running for president of the United States. I'm not going to do the mayor thing.
Are you running against Captain Boo?
I'm going to run for president of the United States. I've had enough. That's all I'm going to say. We're not political on the show, but I've had enough.
But Captain Boo's
and by
running.
God, I'm running for the president. We got a good mayor right now.
Well, you're pretty darn organized, man. I think you do a good job.
I've had enough. So
In fact, I'm thinking of hiring
I'm
you
throwing my name in the
myself.
hat. I think I can get endorsed by a lot of people. And
I endorse you.
hey, there you go. My first endorsement.
If you could get Captain Boo's endorsement, that would be big.
I am running. I'm going to put. I need to start a GoFundMe, the whole 9 yards. All right. I was going to do the mayor. I was this close doing mayor. I even had the mayor ask me to be the mayor down here.
I said,
Well, that wouldn't surprise me.
And I just said, you know what? I'm not going to do this,
said,
but
my wife won't let me.
My wife won't let me.
I swear to God,
hysterical.
true story. Michelle had said, because they had asked me, would you be interested? Because nobody was running, and said, you need to run for mayor. And I'm like, no.
Are you serious? Are you telling a true story?
I'm
Yes,
telling
he
a
is.
true story.
The mayor actually
Really?
asked him to run.
The mayor asked?
The mayor, we were sitting there at Plogging
The
one
previous
day,
mayor,
and,
See,
and
that's what I'm
some
saying. You're a plogger. He's amazing guy.
and somebody asked, they're like, well, why aren't you running? And of course, Danny Lynn, Tiki Man Radio, he's like, you know what? I'm going to fund your campaign.
I love him.
And so I said, no, I don't want to do this. And then we're at Plogging one day, and people were asking me, and I'm like, nah. And then the mayor's like, can we talk a minute? And I'm
That's
like,
hysterical.
and she's like, would you consider running? And I'm like, no. But
Because you want to have one more thing on your plate,
I'm going to consider running for the top job.
which is?
POTUS.
POTUS, President of the United States.
Oh, that's even more difficult. You really want some work on your hands, don't
Yeah,
you?
well, I'm happy to take that challenge. Anyway, we're so happy to have you on the show tonight. I have been so giddy all week
Aw.
because I talked to you on Sunday. You played the Old Stone Coffee House on Sunday,
Yes.
and I thought that was the coolest. Because when you play there, I love it.
Thank you.
And you and I got a chance. That's the only time we really get a chance to talk. And then I told
know.
Michelle, I go, hey, Adrian played Coffee House, and she's like, oh.
Well, really? Gosh, well, that's pretty darn early to have to wake up, man.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to be getting up that early.
No. But there are times that she has actually gotten up to come in just to watch you. So there you go.
Amazing.
What you look
Are
at,
you
Michelle?
sure we need that much brightness?
We do.
I don't want people to see me that well.
No, look at these.
Come on.
Look at that picture.
Michelle's doing lighting
is no
tonight at the
light.
Beachy Shell Studios. So, Callie McCool, all the way out in California. Callie is one of the Tiki Man Radio staff members.
Yay.
He's a school teacher, and he has this class that he teaches how to do radio and how to set up radio and all kinds of really neat stuff. And Danny Lynn, of the owner of the station, actually lends him the airtime to do all this so that we can teach kids how to be what I'm
what
doing.
you're
right
doing.
I mean, I have no formal training.
Well, you must be a YouTuber or something.
Just like, hello, I'm B-Man, and I know how to
Learn everything on YouTube.
yeah, but So anyway, so Callie McCool, he's in California. He says, hello, Adrian Z.
Hello, Callie.
Bob Bitchin, better known as Bob Smith. He says, B-Man and Captain Boo. We got a big shout out to Beth Stryer. She's
Beth.
Beth, are you on too?
she's tuned in tonight. Who else do we have? I know Tiki Man's
You
out
just
there.
did my nails really nicely, by
No,
the
that's
way.
a different Beth.
Oh, different Beth. Oops.
Beth used to live here, but she's moved back to New Jersey for now.
Yeah, Beth. But the Beth that you saw today, where were you at today?
I was at Nailtini.
There you
Sponsor.
go. That's one of our sponsors,
Isn't she
Nailtini.
does a nice job on my nails. I only do one hand because I need the finger picks that are better than my
Oh, you
nails.
didn't do the other hand?
No, man.
Why
You
not?
kidding? Because this is like, you don't want to do this hand. We got to hold that guitar strings down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you don't want
And not
acrylic or anything on them. But
No, nor do you want any
want 'em
any stronger than they already are. Otherwise, you can't clip them.
Okay.
They must be short, as
Well, I
you
keep
well
mine
know.
short. So, what's your calluses like on your fingers? Are
They're pretty darn hard.
let me feel one of them. Those are. Yeah,
I
you're.
play a lot, man.
Well, you know what? I don't play for a while. I mean, I sit there like crying at a gig. I'm like, oh, this hurts so bad.
Right? Well, you might need to see my guitar guy
Why?
because he really knows how to set up those guitars to make them so easy to play. It's like butter.
Really? What does he do to make that
I
happen?
don't know. He maybe he files the bridge down or I don't know what he does, but he's just a master at it.
Oh,
He made my
okay.
guitar, you know.
Well, I got to bring up the one song that we played coming into the show tonight, Something I Do. Why did I play that, Michelle?
Because I'm lazy.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am, you are. So
That's hysterical. I love that.
it's something
Something that I do.
something that she does. And so I played that for her. Ringling Ringling, one of the classic Jimmy
I've
Buffett's.
been to Ringling.
Tell a story about you being at
No,
Ringling.
I mean, just it was between Great Falls and wherever the heck we used to go skiing at, and we'd stop there and have a drink, a beer, see the dog, you know, and
That
the,
has nothing to do with the
10 people in
Ringling
the town.
Bonham Bailey Circus.
No.
Okay,
No.
just checking.
just the name of the town, Ringling.
All right.
I'm sure there's a lot of
Ringling,
clowns
Montana.
in that town, though.
There's not that many of anything in that town.
So Callie McCool, he's always making us think, and his comment on YouTube was, one hand for eating, and the other hand for wiping.
Seriously.
It's Middle Eastern. or
Middle Eastern.
old,
He's an old Air Force
thousands
guy,
of years
so.
ago.
Well, let's have a toast, shall we?
Yes, we shall have a toast.
It's wonderful
That's one of the reasons
to
Yes.
be here with you again.
I
'cause
mean, people were so suspicious of left-handers.
Yes.
And
To
why they don't-
Adrian.
And why they don't like to shake hands with left-handed people.
Okay, Michelle's still educating us.
oh my God.
You brought it up.
Well, no, she brought it up.
Oh, okay.
I did?
No, I did.
Yeah, man.
To Adrian for being on this show. We've been trying to get you on this show for a long time.
Well, I'm glad I had a night off on a Friday, which is
Oh,
very
I
unusual,
love it.
actually.
I love it. I love it. And Ed Contreras and Pat out in Crown Point, Indiana, they're listening in, and they
Yay,
said hello.
hello, you guys.
So I think that is so cool. I was going to play a live music tonight
Okay.
on one of my songs, but I'm not, because I want to dedicate this time to two things. One being you on the show, which, you know, when we had the opportunity that you got to be on the show, I wanted as much time of you to talk about songs and things like that. And then the second was, it's Mardi Gras. March 4th, next week is Mardi Gras.
Tuesday is Mardi Gras.
So I want to do a pre-Mardi Gras, Mardi Gras.
And
Hey.
that's why we're wearing purple, green,
Yeah,
and
we
gold.
got purple. Let's see,
I got
here's
blue.
me.
Does this qualify?
I got purple. And then, what do you got on? Michelle's got,
Purple.
yeah, purple,
And
yellow.
do I qualify?
Green and
Am I loud enough?
Yeah.
Do I need to get red on this thing?
You do, but I can always bring you up a little bit higher.
Because you know how my voice is. Very on the soft side.
So Ed Contreras just gave you a big thumbs up right there.
That means he can hear me.
Yes.
Yay.
So I wanted to spend time with you to find out what's going on, because we only see you once a year.
That's got to change. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I see you maybe a couple times a year at the Yellowstone Coffee House, but
I know,
then,
but we have to write a song again. I've been talking about it for 2 years now.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
So
It is fun. I mean, I love to write songs. you know.
I always tell people that when because we did Darling Bud,
Yes.
which was for Ed and Pat, and Ed didn't know about it because it was his daughter Ashley,
yes.
who is a Darling Bud, was going to do, she's getting married, and they wanted to surprise Dad at the daddy-daughter dance.
Oh, we must put that also in this, perhaps.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can do that one too. Yeah. I tell people, I've told a story a dozen times how you stayed overnight. We worked on the song here right around this little round table behind you in our pajamas,
Because why not?
That's a memory.
That's funny.
That's a really cool memory. And I think, that is really neat that we got to do that.
It was fun. There's nothing fun or more fun than actually working on a song.
And we were talking when you got here, how long we've known each other. And Michelle, what'd you say?
I don't know. I mean,
2007-ish?
I'm thinking 8 maybe, but yeah, sometime between 7 and 9.
Yeah, because I think you asked, where do we meet you at?
She was playing at the White Tarpon.
Yes.
When it used to be in the corner where
Wahlburgers.
where
And they-
Alonzo's is now.
Right.
They own that piece.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's...
Back bar or side bar or
And I enjoyed their Bloody Marys at the time.
They had good Bloody Marys, really good. Let me see. Danny just chimed in here. Let me see what Danny had to say here. He just sent me a text. He goes, Adrian Z is the sweetheart of the Keys.
Aw.
I always introduce her that way.
Aw, you're so kind. Daddy.
So it's you got a lot of fans out there.
That's nice.
And I want to say this on the radio, because when we do the Songwriter Showcase, And we try to get as many artists every year to be a part of what we do.
I'm so happy I got to play last year. That was fun.
And you had said to me a couple years ago, you're like, I don't think you like me because you don't bring me back. And I'm like, it's not that.
I didn't think that.
It's like, we love having you. We try to like change it up and give other people opportunity. I mean, you will not believe the list of musicians
Oh, you have a lot of people I know. You know so many.
that want to be a part of what the Songwriter Showcase has turned out to be. And
Man Radio.
yeah,
Writer Showcase.
the Tiki Man Radio Songwriter
specify that.
Showcase.
You have to specify
West
now
bound.
because somebody else is also calling their thing.
Tiki Man Radio
Songwriter
Showcase, Key West bound. So yeah, and we're going in our 9th year. Can you believe it?
That's really cool. And,
9 years of
and
doing
your
that.
amazing ability to promote things is why it's doing so well.
Which is why I'm running
And-
for president of
and
the
of
United
course,
States
Danny.
in the next round. So I got to throw that in there, you know. Walk, walk,
I think
walk.
Melania's unhappy.
I don't know.
I would be.
I tell you what, it's interesting time, but we love you, and don't ever think you're not trop rock. And we're going to talk about some of your songs tonight because you got some new stuff you're doing, and I think it's really cool, and we're going to talk
Thank you.
about that.
Thank you.
But I want to run into some other music. I want to get into that. When we come back, we're going to talk about your new stuff, where you're going, what's happening. But I got to bring this up, you know, because part of our show at some point, I'm going to do this date in music. And
Really?
This-
yes.
You know, like the old. Who used to do this day in history?
I don't remember.
The one you copied.
I don't remember.
Guy who you copied. Who does
What was
this
his
day in
name?
history.
What was
I don't copy anybody. They copy me.
Yeah.
Ah,
So, I can't remember,
he
Michelle.
came first.
You know, Danny's always like, you're losing your memory. Well, I don't care.
Good day.
Oh, what the hell was his name? Paul Harvey.
Yeah, you copied.
Paul Harvey.
Good day.
Good day. You know, so anyway, I started doing this where we, you know, whose birthday is today? Well, you know, on February 28th. And
My brother's birthday today, actually.
Huh?
It's my brother's birthday today.
Well, there you go. So when we get to that portion of the show, you can chime in there and say, it's my brother's birthday.
And they're going out to dinner. I sent them the link already. Like, we're out to dinner. I was
Ooh.
like, I get it.
Where are they going?
Something delicious, I'm sure.
Ooh. And where do they live?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Hey, before I forget, tonight's show is brought to you by, on Facebook, so many different ones, but I'm talking YouTube. Because we're live on YouTube.
I know.
And that's where
it's
you see us
awesome.
right there.
Yay.
But on YouTube, sponsoring the cameras is the Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 522 Front Street here in Key West.
Nice.
And I'll tell you what, 18 beers on tap, all made right there. The coolest, they got the greatest food, but one of the items they just put on the menu, Scotch eggs. Oh my God.
Really? Oh. I can't imagine.
Have you
what
never
that's
had a
like.
Scotch egg?
No.
You need to go down there and try it because it's really good.
Really? I was in Scotland and I didn't get it. Oops.
Maybe it's because they're made in Ireland. I don't know. I know Lindsay is Scottish. So, yeah. So, Lindsay and Tad, they have the Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 522 Front Street, and they sponsor our cameras. Our other sponsors for the show, Nailtini has been with us from day one, even before I was with Tiki Man Radio.
That's
so,
awesome.
Nailtini has stayed with us. And then we have IV Hydration Station, and they're always supporting us.
A place I need to try because I'm interested in trying their red light therapy. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Do you ever do the B12 shots?
I've never done that yet. I have to try it.
Let me know. I'll give you a free one.
Really?
They give me free B12 shots.
I would love to try one. Actually, I might even have an old free one in my wallet somewhere.
Yeah, well, my free ones are better than that old
I'll
one
take it.
you got.
I'll take it.
And they give you a shot in the buttocks.
Uh-oh. I don't like that. But I'm not too thrilled about any kind of needles, but if it's going to help me, I might bend down.
Coming at you with a needle. Oh, we have rum balls.
No way.
Michelle brought the Reef Rum rum balls. These rum balls, let me throw this at everybody right here. So if you're watching me, I got my camera on. These are the Reef rum balls. They're very, very tasty.
Uh-oh.
And brought to you by Reef Rum, who's also another...
Do they make these?
I make them.
You make them? You use their rum and you make those?
Oh, yes, ma'am. But these are really good. And, of course, Reef Rum is one of the sponsors of Tiki Man Radio. We love Reef Rum, and I'll have an advertisement coming up in just a little bit on them. But you know what? I want to get some more music. Before I do, I was listening to Radio Margaritaville, which I rarely do. It's usually Tiki Man Radio, but I rarely listen to Margaritaville. But it was interesting because they were playing a song by Shenandoah called 2 Dozen Roses.
I'm not in the camera. Oops.
2 Dozen Roses. Well, let me put the camera. There you go. You're back on.
Oh, I see.
There you go. I got 3 angles, and the
You
other
have 3
angle
angles? Is
is
that
from
what it
that
is?
camera right up there.
Oh.
So if you look at that camera right there and wave, they get to see you.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Aren't you a little techie guy or something?
I need one more camera. I'm trying to figure out where to put it, and I need to buy one. So, but anyway, but Shenandoah, 2 Dozen Roses. You know who wrote that song? Mac McAnally.
Wow.
And I was so impressed. I was out looking a whole bunch of Mac has written so many songs for so many other artists. It's unbelievable. Go out there and Google songs by Mac McAnally, and you will see all the different hits that he has written.
He was like musician of the year for like
I don't know,
10 years in a row.
10 years in a row. So,
wow.
But anyway, we're going to get to some more music. And when we come back, we're going to talk about your music, what you're doing. We were listening to some of your new stuff tonight.
Yeah, they're far from done, but I might, just show you a little couple.
I'm going to tell you what I said.
things.
I think they are awesome.
Thank you.
I think they're ready for prime time, quite honestly.
No, done.
But I know how you're a perfectionist.
Just a little.
A lot.
Maybe too much.
A lot.
I hope it just doesn't take me 4 years to do this album. I can tell you that.
Because I know when we did Darling Bud, and when we did High on Island Time.
Yeah.
I mean, we went back so many times.
I was like, sorry, but this needs to blah blah blah.
And I remember you asking the question like, are they going to get mad? And I'm like, no, these guys want. I mean, this is how good the people that I work with. And
well, it's a good thing that they care about what you want because.
And the funny thing is, a couple years after we released it, you had said something to me. I think it was at the Old Stone Coffee House, and you said, "You're like, I listened to that song again. That's pretty damn good."
We did a good job.
We did do a good job, and they did a good job. And what was it called? Tenacity? Is that the right word? I mean, you were just like on it. You've got that one ear that just you dial in on stuff. And if it needs to be tweaked, it's time to tweak it.
You could probably work for them.
So, yeah, you could be the tweaker.
The tweaker. That's so funny.
That's going to be your nickname, the tweaker.
The tweaker. Show me your stuff and I'll tweak it.
B-Man Michelle's Coast Confessions right here on Tiki Man Radio. Come to you live from the Beach Shell Studios here in Key West. I'm going to play that Shenandoah song, 2 Dozen Roses. It's the live version written by Mac McAnally, and then we're getting into some Mardi Gras stuff and Marty Nickel right after that with Mardi Gras. So, guys, hang with us tonight. What are you drinking? You haven't told me anything about what you're drinking tonight. What are you drinking over there?
I have, what is this stuff called that you shared with me?
It's the Basil Hazen Toast.
It's quite smooth for bourbon.
Yeah, Basil Hayden.
It's quite tasty.
It is good. It's really good. So, yeah, we're going to get into some Shenandoah. It is.
Because I'm not too fond of gin beer.
Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys, on a Friday night. We know you could be someplace else, but this is the best place to be right here, Tiki Man Radio.
Key West has a brand new brew pub, and you're going to love what they have brewing on their menu. That's right, the Blast Beer Company's Southernmost Pint Brewpub, located at 522 Front Street in downtown Key West. Open 7 days a week from noon until 10 p.m. Offers handcrafted beer and made-to-order signature food dishes. On tap are 3 of their signature beers, the Southernmost Pint Golden Ale, the Save the Day IPA, and the Hazy Lady New England IPA, and many other tasty handcrafted beers brewed on-site right here in Key West. And if you're not a beer drinker, don't worry, as they have available on their menu wine and other adult beverages and booze-free drinks. While enjoying a pint or two, check out their amazing menu of small fare items made to order that include local favorites, guac and chips, and Mexican esquites street corn. And their delicious main course items, Caribbean chicken salad, and trade wind meatballs. Stop in and enjoy one of their tastings of 4 different beer offerings of your choice. Or just enjoy a pint or two while taking in the aromas of beer being brewed on site and relaxing inside their brew pub atmosphere. Better yet, soak up the wonderful Key West weather and enjoy one of their handcrafted beers while hanging out on their great outdoor patio with music videos, movies, and sports games. Come by and watch your favorite team play on the biggest screen around. That's Blast Beer Company, Southernmost Pint Brewpub, located at 522 Front Street here in Key West. Blast Beer Company, around since 1992, making beer 1 barrel at a time.
You know, here at Tiki Man Radio, we always encourage you to get out of your comfort zone. Try something different. Be bold, and no matter what you do. Let me tell you about the official rum company of Tiki Man Radio. Reef Rum is American-made with an offbeat blend, sweet and smoky for the wise and the rebel. It was created for bohemians and connoisseurs who tire of the same old thing. It's an eccentric blend of natural banana, orange, and coconut, balanced with a touch of smoky flavor. To find out where you can find Reef Rum, visit reefrum.com. That's REIFRUM.com. If you're looking to step out of your comfort zone, then Reef Rum is where you need to be. When you go to reefrum.com, make sure you use the code word Tiki Man to get free shipping on your first order. Reef Rum, the official rum of Tiki Man Radio. Smooth and smoky. It's time to get out of your comfort zone with Reef Rum.
Hey there, you're listening to B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana music station. And now back to B-Man and Michelle.
Thank you, Marty Nickel. And Marty Nickel, before we went into the advertisements, had the song Mardi Gras, and I had to play that for everybody. So, yes, sirree. And hey, don't forget, when you're in Key West, go down to the Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 522 Front Street here in Key West. Now, let me bring you up to date on a little something. There's my spoon, and this spoon has been in the beer kegs. So, it's really nice.
Sorry about that.
No worries. But I got to bring this up because I got my phone. I'll use my phone right here. So you see that sticker, Conquer Public Aerospace Program. That sticker, well, not that sticker on my phone, but we had stickers, patches, and one of us have, oh, here it is. Do you see this? It's a coaster from the Southernmost Pint Brewpub that has our crap logo on it, Conquer Public Aerospace Program. And here's the cool thing about that. We just got them back. They were flown in space back in November on the new
Blue Origin.
The Blue Origin New Horizons, and it was space launch number 28 that took them up, and we just got them back. And the cool thing is on that coaster, which we're giving to the Southernmost Pint Brewpub, is a signature by all of the astronauts that went up on the Blue Origin. So I think that is so cool. So thank you guys so very much. Thank you, Blue Origin, and thank you for the crew who took it up there. We so appreciate it. There's that picture of all of us. We're on that camera right there, everybody. Woo! And there we are. We're back here.
Light. Doesn't it look pretty bright?
Hey,
Look at the picture, though.
Someone says Mo. Maureen is in. Hello, hey, Mo. Hello, Mo.
Hey,
hello, Mo. Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo. So it's good having Mo on board with us. So thank you very much, Mo, for being a part of what we're doing. Callie McCool says he's drinking LaCroix and off-brand vodka. You know what? I do that too. One of my favorites. I like Pinnacle. Pinnacle has always been my go-to.
But I mean, right after I retired, we were kind of wondering how our finances were going, because I hadn't started getting my VA compensation or anything yet. So we were buying a lot of military special.
It was good. I mean, it's...
vodka and bourbon and whatever,
Hey, it was good. It was really good. So, hey, we're celebrating Mardi Gras tonight, and we're also celebrating the fact that we have who with us, Michelle?
Adrian Z.
And Adrian Z.
Yay.
Did you not want to bring something up?
Oh, I was going to bring up the fact that I love hearing you laugh, Michelle. I really love it because it warms my heart because it reminds me of Betty from the Flintstones. It's so freaking awesome.
Betty,
I don't even know where you got that laugh.
I've never heard that one.
Awesome.
Betty from the Flintstones.
She has that little hee.
I know. It's amazing. It's I've never met anybody who had a laugh like that.
I wonder if I could do the Barney. Hey, Fred.
Hey, Fred.
Hey, Fred.
You actually did that pretty well.
Yeah, I try. I actually have had some people tell me that I can do some voiceovers with some stuff. So I did the for Christmas.
We do Mr. Hanky.
I did the Mr. Hanky.
She doesn't know what that is, do you?
No.
From South Park.
Oh, I never
Christmas
really
poo.
watched that.
The Christmas poo. Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. You know what? You need to sit here one weekend with us and just
Watch crazy things on
we're going to sit around in our pajamas and watch crazy stuff that you've probably never seen.
Yeah, well, I was so addicted to General Hospital when I was a kid
Oh, GH.
that I
Back in
had
the Luke and Laura days.
exactly.
Hey, a big shout out to Z&G Patio. They're listening tonight all the way out in Memphis.
I had
Thank you
friends
so
in high
much.
school who would skip class to go home and watch GH.
Oh my God, I was such an addict. I had to stop watching TV because I couldn't even, if somebody tried to talk to me while the television set was on,
Oh, yeah. I wave you off.
I didn't even notice anyone
I
talking to
remember
me.
the stupid Luke and Laura stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm
so I
just
stopped watching TV, and when I was in high school, and it was almost 20 years before I watched TV again. I had to stop watching because I was such an addict. Seriously, I really did.
What was the name of that show?
General Hospital.
General Hospital. I remember As the
she said.
World Turns.
Oh, that's a different one.
I never watched that one.
And then what was the other one? Days of Our Lives.
That was my
The
grandma's.
Hourglass.
My grandma
one.
liked
And
Days
then The
of
Young
Our
and the
Lives.
Restless.
My mom
Young and
liked
the
The Young and the Restless, and my mom liked the other one he just said, As the World Turns.
My favorite was the horror show, the horror one.
Oh, I love that.
Was
Dark
it
Shadows.
Dark Shadows.
Oh, I love Dark Shadows.
That was cool.
That was very cool.
That was really cool. Was that
It'd be cool to binge watch again.
Oh my God.
that and Batman?
And the Monsters. Oh my God. I love the Monsters. Oh my God. And Avengers. Love the Avengers.
I never watched the Avengers that much.
It was awesome. Steed and Emma Peel. Are you kidding me?
I never watched them.
They were so cool. Anyway.
Well, you know what? It's kind of. Let's see. Maureen says today is a day off, so late today. A few brewskis followed up with a bottle of prosecco. Oh, wow, let your hair down, Mo. We want to know right around 9:30 how deep you are into all those beers and prosecco. Maybe we'll get you to call in. So, all right, we're gonna talk to you.
All right.
And we're gonna find out what the heck. What do you got going on?
I need more rum.
Of course, always my live shows so I can make the money to live. And
Now, you said earlier you're not doing a whole lot down in Key West at the moment.
not as much as I'd like because it's just been a long time. And I live up there and I've gotten steady shows at a lot of resorts, like a resort in Key Largo. I live in the Middle Keys, on Marathon. And so I got a place I play a couple times a month in Key Largo and Baker's Cay. And then I play at Marker 88 in Alamorada. And
Marker 88.
Marker 88.
All right, so let me ask you a question about all these, because are these because they know you, or do you have somebody that books you in there?
Well, it was somebody that I knew from when I was performing at Boondocks and did Girls Night Out, and she was like, "Hey, you want to switch Sundays with me?" And so I, at this place, Marker 88, and I was like, "Sure." So that's how I got in there, and then of course Isla Bella, when they first opened, they heard me performing at my new joint. The guys that were starting music at Isla Bella,
That's the Square Grouper one, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
My new joint is a Square Grouper, and they were just getting started to start opening up Isla Bella,
Yeah.
and they heard me. They were like, "We'd like to have you play." So that's how I got into Isla Bella in Marathon, and And I've been playing there. That was like 5 years ago or something. Like even before the Hurricane Irma in 2017. Gosh, how long was that?
Ooh.
Damn.
Irma? God, yeah,
That was our first year here. Within our first year here.
Was it really?
Yeah, because we got here at the end of 2016. So.
Yeah. Now,
You tell our friends.
Well,
we've got friends who have a funny story from.
Yeah,
for
Marker 88.
That's a whole show.
And that was way before, because Marker 88 they just did a whole complete reconstruction.
Yeah,
didn't
they renovated over there, and yeah, that place has been around for years. Like it's been like maybe the 40s
now
or 50s.
with the reconstruction, has it gotten better?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's beautiful.
I would assume, but I know that's a stupid question. I know,
they
but
expanded, I guess, into the lot next door, and the area where I used to play, the stage where I used to play, is now only for private events.
Okay.
And then where I'm playing right now, there's a stage, but like against the ocean where the beautiful sunset is, because they have the most beautiful sunset there at Marker 88.
We've never been there. Our friends, like Michelle was saying, they had a funny story that they were coming down to the Keys, and I think they stopped there.
They were staying somewhere in Key Largo, but I mean, and we'd have to get them on the air and have them tell the whole story themselves. But
We got breaking news. Breaking news. Hang on.
Is Mark on or what?
We got breaking news. That was too low. I got to do it again. Breaking news. I don't know why that went so low, but ladies and gentlemen, we have Tad. Tad
from the Pint.
From the Pint is tuned in tonight.
Yay.
522 Front Street. Who support our cameras live around the world. We're live around the world. Live around the world. Thank you, Tad, for tuning in tonight. We so appreciate you. Love you, my friend. And thank you for being a part of what we do. And let's close out one more time with some breaking news. There we go.
So funny with your little gadget.
Yeah. There we go. So you were saying, so Marker 88. Every time we drive by it, we
think of Mark and Lori.
We think of Mark and Lori. But I mean, is that a really cool place to do your thing up there?
Yes, it's fun. It's fun to play there, and it's a beautiful sunset, and people love it, and it's gorgeous, and the renovation was nice, and where else am I playing? Oh my God, lots of different places. I can't even remember.
Before you go into anything else, please say hi to Michelle Myers, the ambassador of Tiki Man Radio.
Michelle Myers.
She
You're
just
so
tuned in.
beautiful.
1L Michelle, we call her, because that's how she spells her name, with only one L.
1L Michelle.
1L Michelle.
French spelling.
Oui. Welcome to the show. I think the only ones we played off Key West, we played the
We played a couple
the Hurricane Hole there in Marathon.
No, it's not Hurricane Hole.
It's
Hurricane Hole's in
You
Stock Island.
mean the Hurricane?
the Hurricane.
Yeah, that place has been closed for quite some time now.
Yeah, we played that a while back, a long time ago, and then we played the VFW that used to be by the airport.
They tore down. It's now
which is now the EOC, Emergency Operations Center there now.
We played at what's his face's Stone.
Oh yeah, Eric Stone. When Eric Stone had
the dockside.
Yeah, the dockside. When
Yeah.
Eric
There a
Stone
couple
had that, we
times.
played that, and then trying to think, and then we went up to there was a bar in Isle Morada that
when what's his face Harry was doing.
Yeah, Harry Tiford from Radio A1A
Henry
had us up there.
Yeah, Harry, right.
Yeah,
and
Harry,
you had just played recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so he had the little thing.
Wait, he was way up, even further than Marathon. He was
Yeah.
way up there. But let me see. So I wanted to also mention I've got a couple shows coming up in.
Yeah, tell us what's going on
in March.
Where are you playing?
I'm playing March 20th. Kim Walsh's backstage listening room.
Oh, cool.
She's doing a show with all the artists from her backstage listening room shows at the Key West Theater.
One day she'll include us.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, Kim, if you're listening, one day you'll include us.
Yes, exactly.
I'm going to hypnotize that woman. You will bring Michelle and me in one day.
Yes, if she's going to be doing it anymore, she might. She may be doing it. And me and the three people that she put you with, you're basically up there and you're doing like a song or two, and me and Kari Wolf and McKenna Carlson are writing a song actually. For
You said that the other day. Yeah.
and it's coming out really, really good. So we Kim had asked us if we would consider writing a song together. So we've been getting together to write a song, and it's coming out so.
No, has that been difficult?
Getting together or writing the song?
Both.
No, not at all.
No,
Because we're all
okay.
into it.
Okay, very cool.
And it's been pretty much flowing pretty smoothly.
I can believe that with you, and here's why I say that, because we've done two songs with you. We did High on Island Time, and really the High on Island Time, when we came up to your place and did it, the intent was for you to help Michelle with harmonies, and we wanted your harmony in it, and you took off with that song and started singing the whole thing, and I'm like, that's not what we're here for, but I loved what was happening. I mean,
because I add too many things.
Well, no. And where I'm going with this is that you have that magic about you.
Oh, thank you.
That you just took off with it, and I didn't say anything to you. You didn't know any of this, and I'm saying this in the back of my head. I'm like, that's not where we're going with this, but I'm loving the living crap out of this, and I just remember we've got this, and on the ride home, Michelle and I were talking. I'm like, holy crap, this turned out 10 times better than I thought it. I just figured we're going to grab some of your vocals,
I don't even think
your
I worked on
harmonies.
it ahead of time.
No,
I just think I heard it on the spot when we started working on it or something, maybe.
No, and because I'd sent you some stuff to listen to. Now, a part of that, at the time when I had said, I that's when I mentioned to you the Darling Bud song. And I had sent you a little bit of stuff on it. And I remember, not that I'm spying at your house or looking at your stuff, you had it out there in plain view, and I'm looking down, and you had Darling Bud, and you had chords written down, and I'm like, holy crap. Those are the exact same chords that I had done back here. And I had said to you, I think you, for whatever magic or whatever reason, you and I had came up with the exact same chords, and you and I had not even talked about this song. Very briefly. And I didn't tell you what I was thinking. I was just like, here's a direction I want to go. And I gave you some tidbits, and when you came down here and we put all that together, the magic, that's what I was blown away with. I was just so like, holy crap. Why would you have the same chord ideas that I did? Because I'd already...
That was just luck, I guess. That we happened to similar, and the keys that we sing in perhaps are somewhat similar. Maybe that's why that happened.
Maybe.
It was cool. It worked out well.
Which, sitting around here writing Darling Bud was such an easy task. I was struggling with it at first. Just me thinking, what direction do I want to go with this? And I had chords and ideas and stuff. And then when I saw what you did, and I'm like,
that's what I was
oh my God, that's exactly.
That's what I was.
You just kind of validated the direction that I was going in. And then when we got together and did it, I mean, it flowed.
It was fun.
It was.
It's always fun to write music. So like I said, we were working on this song, and it's coming out really good. And that's Thursday, March 20th with her thing at the Key West Theater. And then Friday, I'm in another show at the Key West Theater with Larry Smith, the guy that I came out with an album. I'm not even sure you've ever heard any of the songs from that album.
I have.
I came out in 2017. It's very, very different than the music I do by myself, because he's more of a progressive jazz writer, and he asked me to write melodies and lyrics to his music. But anyway, so
what date is that?
That's the day after, the 21st of March.
So the 20th and 21st.
Right at the Key West Theater, and his show is called like the Ladies of Key West, and Kim's show is called Sailing on the Wings of Imagination, Thursday night, the night before, with
sounds like a Disney thing,
with like tons and tons of artists as well. But the difference is Kim's show is all originals, a lot of local artists and all their originals, and then Larry's show is I might do some originals. I'm kind of going back and forth between whether I want to do all those different gals that are singing at Larry's show have like 8 minutes each. So it's a matter of like
2 songs.
Like two.
But
or 3 short songs.
I think what I want to say here is that there should be more originals in Key West.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this town.
People playing originals. Yeah.
I tell people, I said sometimes Key West is like a cover town because so many artists go out there and cover.
Even artists that actually have originals just play
more what people want to hear.
covers because they
Yeah.
think that's what everybody wants.
Well, I'm one of the people that
Oh, we do that too.
yeah. I mean, it's just
No, we're guilty as charged.
yeah. It's just really it's like oftentimes people that are here on vacation they want to sing along,
Yeah.
and that's really the reality. And
But occasionally you get a crowd and they'll be like, play some originals. And we're
Yeah,
like,
I mean that's
Exactly.
we've enjoyed. I've enjoyed that when someone says,
Oh,
"Do you have any originals?"
It's love. I
Oh God,
love
thank
when
you.
that.
Yes, I
especially-
do.
And so I've been trying to at least let them know I have some originals because some people that are in the audience who's into it.
like,
You
you
know.
don't know what that means, probably. Like, what?
Well, and I applaud Kim for
But I mean, she's-
doing that.
She's always like wanting to, exalt musicians that are writers. Her own daughter is a really good songwriter as well.
And I need to get her daughter. We've talked about this before. I need to get her daughter in here on an interview one night.
Oh, she would love to.
And I keep saying that, and we've talked about
She'd
it,
be-
but
she
just,
would in
we
a
just
heartbeat.
haven't. But I need to get her in here and
would
get her
love
on.
to.
Yes.
I know it. I know it.
I'll reach out to her so we can get her in here one night. One of the things that we kind of started at Rick's, they have that upstairs, and that
Kind of like a backstage.
the loft is it's what a great location.
Oh, that's right. You had told me about this.
And I would love
And
to
I
get.
forgot. Are you still doing this?
Yes, I
Oh,
just
like
need
regularly?
to get
you can
musicians
do it
that want to commit
quarterly,
to it.
or you can do it during our songwriter showcase.
Yeah, I mean we'll
I
talk
forgot.
about more
You
of
mean-
that
You mean that exact place where?
right
where-
upstairs, the loft, the ready room.
Oh, that's different than the place that you had your thing.
Yes, it's but that location's right upstairs, and I started doing
Actually, the venue's about the size of our.
about the size of this room that we're sitting in, and
Put maybe 30, 35 people in there.
Yeah.
Besides the musicians, but there's a bar. They usually give us a bartender free of charge.
yeah,
I mean, just
they take care of us. But the neat thing is, it's an opportunity. Now we've done 3-4 things up there, but it's an opportunity for you
Local artists to do their own
Yeah,
stuff.
well, it's kind of like unplugged. I mean, we have
That's
you
cool.
know
It can be plugged, but it's.
I know it's acoustic. Yeah, but it's more like people can do their own thing.
Yes.
Their own song.
and talk
you
about
have
your
time
song.
to talk about it too. Like if you only wanted to do 10 songs during your time and spend 5 minutes talking about your song before you do the song.
Yeah, it's such a great venue. We need to talk more about it because I think you would be perfect up there. Michelle and I have done it twice with another musician and shared the stage with them, and we just had such a blast up there.
That's cool.
And I think for you, who you are, your musical background, I mean, you're extraordinary with what you've got.
Thank you.
I mean, how long you been doing this?
A few years.
Yeah, you've been doing this a long time.
A long time.
And I've listened to a lot of your older albums, and
You didn't hear the ones. I'm not going to tell you what years they.
no, but it's
Forget
really,
about it.
But it's really good music. I mean, it's how you've escalated yourself, from the very beginnings to now. I mean, this is a learning. I mean, when you first heard Michelle and I way back in the day, we're itchy and scratchy for crying out loud. But now
Everybody is.
But here we are, and you perfect your talent.
Get better over time.
Yeah, exactly.
Practice
And
makes perfect.
which brings me to this next point that you shared 2 new songs with me that I want to talk about. But when you came over tonight and we had dinner before everything, and we're sharing some of your other stuff.
Yeah. Well,
It was really
they're
good.
not done. So what I'm sharing is like what I sent you, or just like my mixes in my own studio before I even went into Ian Shaw's studio to add anything.
Yeah.
But they're green, and they're not going to be finished in the shape that they are. But you can play them a song if you like.
Well, so of the 2 songs, you sent one called I Believe.
Yeah.
And then you sent one, The Right Time. Which one would you like me to play? And which one do you want to talk about?
All right. Well, you can play I Believe first.
Okay. So I'll do I Believe.
And this song is about, when you have someone in your life who's struggling in a situation, at work or in their life, and you're feeling like, oh, yeah, but I know you can get through this. I know you can get through this, and you're feeling this for them, and that's what that song is about. I believe, and I believe in this.
So
person.
are you the type that lay in bed at night, your mind's going 1,000 miles an hour, you have a little pad next to your bed?
I should have a pad next to my bed, but no, it's usually my phone, and if I have anything that comes to me as far as musical, I sing right in that phone. It's like, that's what I'll do.
See, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't do that here because the rule in the house is the phone is not in the bedroom.
Well, that's smart.
But you could put a little recorder or something.
You know, but knowing me, it's like I think of things and dream of things, and my God, this ticker upstairs here sometimes is.
I don't ever like when I actually hit that pillow, I'm out like a light. Like
He's out quick.
Because I don't
I'm
get
out
there.
quick.
I wait. I stay.
It takes me forever to fall asleep.
I just stay up way longer than I should. Like way beyond my tired. Like I'm tired, and then 2 hours later I'll go to bed. It's kind of like stupid.
Yeah, that's. I think you and I are a lot alike in that, in the sense that I should probably go to bed, but I don't.
Right.
And sometimes I'm afraid to go to bed.
Really?
That because I feel like I'm missing out on something.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
I feel like if I go to bed, if I go to sleep, I feel like I've wasted sleep time on something that I should be doing. My mind works so weird. And then, but once I hit that pillow, I'm out. Michelle could be telling me a story. I'm like, and
Same. Yep.
But then again, come morning, 6:30, 7, I hit, and I'm like, I'm up and I'm doing something, and I'm nonstop throughout the day, and I don't think about a nap. I'm not a napper.
So I was talking about I Believe. Do you want to play it?
I do. I do. What inspired you to write this?
Someone in my life who I care about deeply.
Okay.
That it was struggling in a work situation.
This is not anywhere. You're hearing this for the very first time.
Right. And it's like me doing a drum program on my computer. Okay. It's like, I already have live drums on this. So, but that's not the version you're hearing. You're hearing like what I did in my studio.
Okay.
All right.
Here it is. Adrian Z. New song, not released yet. You're hearing it for the very first time. She's still doing stuff. It's not the final version. I Believe.
When you're feeling down and the clouds are sometimes in the way, I'll be there for you to lean on. Help melt your blues away. 'Cause hey, yeah, I believe in the sunshine, in the clear sky, in the sunrise. Yeah, I believe it's a good life. I believe in I believe in you. When the cold winds blow, feel your backs against a wall, I will stand right beside you, lift you up when you feel small. 'Cause hey, I believe in your sunshine, in your clear sky, in your sunrise. I believe we got a good life. I believe in I believe in you're a shining star. There'll always be mountains we gotta climb. You're stronger than you know. Yeah, hey, I believe in your sunshine. Yeah, hey, I believe in your clear sky. I believe in you.
I Believe in You, Adrian Z. That is a beautiful song.
Thank you.
That is really cool. And Michelle Myers, 1L Michelle, she's like, oh, I really loving that song. What a beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you, Michelle.
So that is really cool. But I know you. You're a perfectionist. When is that going to be released?
I'm not sure.
Or should I ask, is it going to be
if I'm going to release just an EP or if I've got more songs to record. In fact, I've got so many songs that are not recorded yet. But you can't do everything at once. But I'm going to get back to it. I've been a bit off of it. My kitty's been sick, but so that's kind of like been taking my time away from the focusing and all that sort of thing.
So this is just a pre. So we had Bob Bitchin, Mr. Bob Smith. Love this song. Callie McCool in California. Great song.
Thank you.
Tiki Man is giving you claps on there.
Thank you.
Mo, beautiful voice.
Thank you.
I think that song should be released as a single. That's my opinion.
Oh.
Well,
you've heard a few of the others.
I have, but
okay.
You know what? I'm a single releaser guy.
Oh, well, actually, that's what you do these days. And anyway, it's like you have to release singles and then eventually you release the entire album. I guess that's what you're supposed to do these days.
That's what I do, and that's what we're doing right now. For Michelle and we're going to take every single, make it one album. But I'm telling you that. You know how I am. I'm going to tell you what I think. I think that's a single song, and I've got everybody. This is blown up. Everybody wants to know what the next one is.
Well,
this is so cool.
Oh, that's good to hear.
This is so cool. Beth, she says, amazing. Thank you. Michelle Myers, 1L Michelle says, agree, release the single.
Well, as soon as I finish it. Right.
Callie McCool in California, the song really took me to a happy place.
Aw, I'm so glad.
So this is what I love about what we do here. I mean, I think it's really cool that you can get that song out there, you share your song.
Even if it's not, even if you're not going to share it with anybody else except on this one little show.
No,
big show, I should say. Ha.
Graham Andrews is tuned in, and Graham Andrews, man, he's got like 1 million songs. He lives up in, if I get this wrong, Graham, I apologize. I think he's Palm City, Palm Bay, something like that. Palm somewhere on the east coast of Florida. And he's always asked us to come up, and we appreciate your invite, so thank you. He goes, great tune.
Thank you.
And this guy, he writes, my God, he's got so many songs out there, it's unbelievable. So,
yay.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Thank you. I'm excited about the other one that I sent you also. It's only the acoustic version. It's a song that I actually started lyrically. It was written about a whole different thing. It was written about a situation I had that wasn't good in a relationship situation, and I decided to change the lyrics and make it a positive lyric for a relationship situation. So this song is called "The Right Time." And,
The Right Time.
And it's a love song, pretty much. It's kind of about a guy who's taking his time with getting involved again because of how his road has traveled so far, and that's basically what it's about. It's kind of like getting.
So it's called "The Right Time." I'll play that in a second, but I want to bring you up to some more. My YouTube is blowing up here.
It is.
Again, Bob Bitchin. To be quite honest, that last song is perfect as it is.
That's so funny.
And Callie McCool,
I do it in my own studio, man.
He goes, I love acoustic versions. I'm the same way. I really like the acoustic versions.
Well, the next song we're going to play is a really acoustic because there's nothing on it but acoustic guitar and voice. And that's it. But I've already got drums on it, but that's a different version. But I'm going to do 2 different versions of this one. It's going to be like an acoustic version, and then there's going to be a more upbeat version.
All right. So this next song coming at you, not released yet. It's
acoustic version.
Yeah, and
in my studio.
It's called The Right. What Michelle?
The Right.
The Right Time. Adrian Z with B Man and Michelle tonight here at the Beachy Show Studios. The Right Time.
There's a full moon sparkle in your eye. Play the magic game. This could be the night. Been on the sidelines. regrets, ready for more. There are no rules, no one keeping score. It's been a wild ride. It takes time. Feels like the right time. The right time. Feels like the right time. The right time. Drink up all the wine. Soak it like you need blood. Roll out the dice. Searching for real love. Drink up all the wine. Soak it like you need blood. Roll out the dice. Searching for real love. Pour out your heart, you're back on track. Steady your moves, want it to last. It's been a long time. Sure feels right. She's looking sweet as honey pie. Can't get her off of your mind. It's been a long time, and it feels right. Feels like the right time. The right time. Feels like the right time. The right time. Drink up all the wine. Soak it like you need blood. Roll out the dice. Searching for real love. Drink up all the wine. Soak it like you need blood. Roll out the dice. Searching for real love.
The Right Time, Adrian Z. First ever heard anywhere except in your world.
Yes, that's true. And friends or something.
Oh my God. So here's the comments coming in.
Okay.
First one, Bob. Rainmaker on this song, Right Time.
Rainmaker?
Rainmaker. So does that mean he's crying?
I don't know.
I don't know. You gotta expand on that. Callie McCool says, "Oh my God, this song could be a background to a blockbuster movie."
Ooh, that would be nice. That was the intention, actually.
Because you've been doing some of that.
Yes, I've been learning how to get in that world.
And let me see, what was the other one? Bob said, again, this is also perfect as is. He said 2 different versions of this song. So you were talking earlier that there's more stuff being thrown into this.
Yeah, like drums and guitars and
then of course Graham Andrews up in Palm something, Florida. Palm City, Palm. I can't remember. You gotta help me out here, Graham. I can't remember. I'm getting old. But he said he loves this one too.
Thank you.
So I mean, 2 good songs. I
learned when I was younger, when I started writing songs, that if it wasn't good, I wasn't gonna finish it.
So okay, I want you to hold that for a second. When did you start writing songs?
Start writing songs?
Yeah.
When I was 11.
And why?
Well, this guy who had a crush on my girlfriend in summer camp.
Yeah.
He gave me a poem that he wrote about my girlfriend. And I said, would you put music to this? Because, of course, I always had my guitar in summer camp. Because I started playing guitar when I was like 8, So I was like, okay. Of course, I never thought of that before.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. And when I got into, that was like that. And I wrote verses to the song. I finished the verses that were silly as all hell. Lyrically, I finished the verses. And then the 9th grade, when I got into the 9th grade, this girl friend of mine had a book of poems, and she was like, "Would you put this music?" That's how it basically happened.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it.
Poetry to melody.
Yeah, my favorite thing is to actually work with people's words, because I have the music more in my brain than lyrics in my brain. So I can write a whole bunch of different melodies to the same lyric.
So you find yourself being able to come up more with a melody?
Very easy. Very, very easy. And the thing what will slow me down with songs was not being happy with my lyric, and I'm just reworking it and reworking it and reworking it.
Now, this might be a stupid question, but why lyrically? I mean, do you second guess yourself on the lyrics?
Well, they don't come as easily as the music does. I mean, I feel like
you hear the music more and don't necessarily have.
I hear the music
words
and I'll hear the music and I'll have the melody in my brain. Sometimes more just like I'll have the melody, so I'll have a whole bunch in my phone.
Yeah.
I got tons and tons and tons of like gibberish with melodies. Okay, gibberish. Exactly. Like
it's interesting because for me, I think I struggle with the words. And I think where I struggle is that what the audience wants to hear versus what's coming from me? You know what I'm saying? I think I second guess myself with the lyrics of, will the audience like this, or is this really coming from the heart?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, most of the times I was inspired to write music most of my life. It's always based on my own experience of what I'm going through.
Yeah.
That's what was always the inspiration for writing. And when I decided to learn how to write songs for film and TV, that changed my, because when you're writing music for film and TV, you need to have your lyrics be more universal so that they apply to many different situations. And so
you took, and correct me if I'm wrong, but did you not take like a class during the pandemic or after the pandemic
well, right before the pandemic happened, I enrolled in a course called Six Figure Songwriting.
Okay.
And it was like about 200 people in this course that paid quite a bit of money. So this woman made a whole lot of money from this course. And it just happened to coincide with the pandemic. And in February, there was it started in August, and then February they had a big event called Sync Keepers in LA, that all of us went out there to meet each other because we were paired up with like 10 people, and you had these, and you collaborated with people, and you had to come out with a CD or 3 songs, and you got feedback during listening sessions, and you were learning about how to get, how to write emails to people in the music industry who were music supervisors looking for songs for films. Or if you were into writing commercials, how to approach people with emails and how to go about doing that in a successful way, and that, as you know, promotion is my strong point. Har, har, har. I'm being extremely facetious. So,
well, you always say you should hire me as your promoter. I suck. I'm not good at it.
Excuse me. I beg to differ. You put it out there, matter of factly, at least you put it out there. Sometimes I don't even put the shows I'm playing the following week. Okay. You're like really good at it, Brian. Take the compliment, accept it, and sit with it. You're welcome.
I think what would be interesting is what you went through to see where I'm missing in some of those advertisement kind of things. That's where my interest would be, is like, how can I better? Because social media is a tough nut to crack. There's so much of it. And just when you think you've got it, there is something else that comes along, and it's like, how the hell do I get into that? And that's where I struggle. I know how to do Facebook stuff. I know how to do...
But I think her class was focusing on something different, though. It was specifically geared towards trying to sell... your services or your thing.
It was hard. It was
to movie producers.
Yeah, it was about finding an actual licensing agents.
Yeah. How do you get these people to notice that? How do you get through their
to find out
system?
what kind of music they're looking for, what kind of shows that they're connected with?
Yeah, I have no clue in that. I am so lost.
But I think that's what her course was teaching about, not necessarily social media or.
Yeah, and.
Yeah, I would
So-
find that interesting on how better, I guess, to do what I think I'm doing good, but I don't feel
I think that you're doing great. And but it's we could always, all of us could use improvement on everything.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't disagree with you on that. I guess I'm looking at. I like to learn different things too.
It's a good thing.
And I think I remember you telling me about the course you're taking. I guess I was kind of envious of what you're learning. And
Well, I can share with you what I've learned, especially if you help me with promotion.
we can do all kinds of things together. I mean, it's one of those things where we all work. That's what I like about us music. If we can share our craft, work our craft, do the things that we do together, and in so many different directions, and it's all about sharing and taking care of one another, for crying out loud. I mean, it's
100%.
There's not enough of that going in this world anymore, so we got to do it ourselves. So.
Indeed.
Before I want to go to some more music. And then when we come back, I want to talk about what we were talking about earlier with the songs you were sharing on your phone.
Okay, sure.
And again, my comment to you was, I think those are ready to go, like a lot of the listeners have said on what they've listened to tonight. But
Thank you.
Again, I know you're a perfectionist. I get that.
I have some other songs I'm going to put down as well. So I have the question is, am I going to do an EP of the 6 songs I've started?
Yeah.
Or am I going to do like a full-length album?
So if you did do that, what would you name that EP?
Well, I would still release it as you release things in singles fashion. But what would I call it?
Yeah, what would you name that album if you put all? First thing comes to my mind is "Here Comes Adrian." Just throwing something stupid out there, but it's like, Adrian in your face. Here's all these cool songs.
I don't know, that one song I shared with you, Butterfly Dream, that seems like a cool title for an album, Butterfly Dream. But I don't know. I'm not really sure.
You know what? I just thought about this. And I don't think I said this earlier because I had this in my mind earlier. I didn't say it. That Butterfly Dream, pitch it to the Butterfly Museum down here in Key West. Oh.
Well, for what purpose?
They're a butterfly museum, if they got that music playing in the background, I'm
Maybe.
always thinking of something goofy. But something goofy always turns out to be something good sometimes. So you just never know. But let's get some more music. I want to get some Mardi Gras stuff, and then we're gonna come back, and I want to talk about those songs we talked about earlier.
Okay.
You were sharing on your
Sure.
phone. Are you cool with that?
Sure.
You want to hang out with us a little bit more? Are you
Yeah.
cool?
Yeah.
I love having you here.
Thanks.
This is something that I've wanted for a long time, to have you part of our show. And what we're doing.
I don't really have Friday nights open very often, so.
You don't. And then on Sunday when we talked about this, I think, and I'm
That's
thinking,
why I decided just to come this Friday.
well,
because it doesn't happen very often.
I'm so glad. So we're getting some. We're going to have you come back here in a minute. I want to get to some more music, some Mardi Gras stuff, because Mardi Gras is March 4th. It's coming up right around the corner. Tuesday, everybody, so get ready. But here's a little bit of Big Bad Voodoo Daddy right here on B-Man Michelle's Coastal Confession. Live from Key West.
Back home, Phenomic, to the land of the beautiful queens. I'm going back home to my baby, going back to a New Orleans. I'm gonna see Nana, my parent, cousin, and my ma and pa. Gonna plant my feet on Rampart Street, home for Mardi Gras. Nevermore will I roam. Gonna get my fill of etouffee, cause New Orleans is my home. I'm gonna get crawfish, jambalaya, red beans, and fine pralines. Gonna get some love and I will satisfy home in New Orleans. Finane, to the land of the beautiful queen. I'm going back home to my baby, going back to a New Orleans. Gonna get crawfish, jambalaya, red beans, and fine pralines. Gonna get some loving that will satisfy. Home in New Orleans, back home in New Orleans, back home in New Orleans.
Was kind of a fall. Got my ticket in my hand. I'm gonna go to New Orleans. Got my ticket in my hand. I'm gonna go to New Orleans. And when I get to New Orleans, I wanna see the Zulu King. When I see the Zulu King down on see the Zulu King down on Rampart in Newman. I'm gonna sit right there until I see the Zulu Queen.
Here at Tiki Man Radio, we love shout-outs from our artists and our listeners from all over the world. You ever wondered how you do that? Well, if you have the free Tiki Man Radio app, all you have to do is click on the little menu and go down to where it says shout-out. You can record a short shout-out. When you're done, you just send it straight to us. You have about 15, 16 seconds to do it. Here's a couple of pointers. Make sure you don't have your TV on or your radio. Make sure you're in a quiet space if you can. And always tell us who you are, where you're from, and mention you're listening to Tiki Man Radio. It's as simple as that. If you want to hear your name on the radio, send us a shout out and we'll put it in the radio station for you. Keep listening to Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio station, and give us a shout out.
Hey, this is Beth from Nailtini. Do you ever feel like getting your nails and hair done before vacation is a chore? Why not enhance your vacay experience by visiting us at Nailtini, 817 Duval. Our perfect petties will make your feet look fabulous in those flip-flops. Or maybe you want a beautiful blow-dry and style for your night on the town. Men's haircuts, facials, and waxing? We do that too. We live up to our name and serve you a martini or a drink of your choice during your service. Now, back to Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio.
Hi, this is Adrian Z. You're listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle on Tiki Man Radio.
Tiki Man Radio, B-Man and Michelle coming to you live from the Beach Shell Studios here in Key West, Florida. And with us tonight is the Miss Adrian Z. Love having you being a part of the show, being what we do and everything. So
it's fun being with you guys because you're a great cook also. He made an amazing dinner for me.
That was pretty good,
wasn't it? It was so darn good.
I didn't even, because you've been doing keto.
Well, let's just say I'm trying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we have people, normally we do like we'll do like something in the microwave because I don't really cook on Fridays.
Oh.
So it's either order a pizza or we.
Oh, did I make you work?
Well, I'm happy. Michelle's over there doing her
God,
Betty
that's
Rubble
hysterical.
stuff. No, I wanted it was fun that you want to be a part of this tonight. And we've been trying to get you on this show. And I mean, you're a busy person and I get that. But I wanted you to come over. I wanted dinner for you. I wanted this to be a fun time.
That was so kind of you. It was yummy.
And quite honestly, you're family. You are family, and we appreciate you being a part of what we do. So, yeah, so we're very excited to have you. And yes, I will make dinner for you. I'm happy to do that.
You're a darn good cook.
So but the guy was talking about in the Mardi Gras Mambo. He
Oh
talked
yeah,
about
Mardi
the
Gras
Zulu
Mambo.
crew.
So
that's our Zulu coconut.
Okay, I got it on me. This is the Zulu Crew coconut.
2004.
2004. It's called Big Shot. 2004. So it was.
Our friend Fred got this for us.
Yeah, look at that.
He was mailman in the quarter. And he grew up in the quarter, as did his wife, my very good friend Debbie. So yeah, they grew up in the French Quarter.
That's a fine looking coconut, isn't it?
Coconut.
Yeah, got beads on it and everything.
Our Zulu coconut.
That's a Zulu coconut right there. So that's what we've got. So look, from this distance, there we go. There's 4 of us on the camera now. So there you go. I'll give the coconut back to you. Yes, Bob Bitchin, I did get the picture of the Rainmaker. It's that thing that makes rain.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So
that's an interesting idea for that song.
yeah. So thank you for that little tidbit. I pass that on. Callie McCool, he says, like being a fly on the wall between musicians. Wonderful interview. So it's fun to talk about the experiences and
it is
crazy things. And then of course Callie McCool. Yes, that was Fats Domino. I had it right there. Mardi Gras, New Orleans. Yes. So that was. And then before that, we had Mardi Gras Mambo by the Meters. And then, of course, going back to New Orleans by Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. So, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight and being a part of the show and doing what we're doing. And again, Adrian.
Hurricanes. Maybe we'll do that Tuesday.
Yeah, we should have. Yeah, maybe Tuesday. You know what? They asked me at the Pint. I was talking with Tad and Lindsay briefly of what to do on Tuesday. And they're like, what, should we do something? And I'm like, that's a good idea. We should do hurricanes.
They don't have rum.
Yeah, well, just take it with us. You know, just make our own damn hurricanes down there. So, so when you showed up tonight and we were talking about different things, I mean, I love catching up with you and seeing what you're doing because you're not one that just sits around. You go 100 miles an hour.
Maybe.
No. There's
She's still got the H in her ADHD. It's like when I was a kid, I was ADHD. Now I'm just ADD. Yeah.
No, you've always got. I think that's what's cool. You've always got something happening, and you go 100 miles an hour.
Maybe.
And
I'm working on slowing down a little bit, or at least being a little bit more precise in my movements, because I do a lot of oops all day long. You know, banging into things and that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, join the club because I kind of.
It's on me all the time for banging in.
Oh my God.
Well, we both kind of go different directions. I mean, I've got some.
You pick on me when I do.
I do. It's like, what do you know? Banging on the wall. But you were sharing some other music with us.
Yes.
That my comment was, I think it's ready to go. But
well, I mean, I've got. This one song that I'm working on. You know, a bass part was put down that I really dug this bass part, and so I've been working with trying to figure out how I wanted this version to be because I have currently like a somewhat country version and also more of a ska-y, reggae-y type of version, and I think the first thing I showed you was like the more like mellow-y, reggae-y.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could play a tiny little clip of that through the microphone, you know.
Sure, I think that'd be kind of cool because I think people are loving one. Again, Bob Bitchin goes, high five to oops.
Hi, ha, ha, ha. I oops all day long. I mean, I don't even count how many times I say it. Like, it's happening in my world, like, all the time. But at least it's like, I don't know, it's just a part of my life, I guess.
Well, you know what? That stuff happens,
everyday thing. Oh, my God. All right. So this is...
Now, Now, we might go over a little bit tonight, so if you're cool with that. I mean, we're done at 9, and, it's almost 20 minutes till. But
we're talking a lot, aren't we?
But that's okay. People are loving it. And I haven't even got to
this day in history.
This day in history. So that's going to be our next thing after we talk about this here, and then we're going to get this day in history, and then,
All right.
But I want to hear, go ahead and finish.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I interrupted.
So this is, this is literally like when I say raw, really, really, really raw. Okay. Because I want to put this guitar part down, but it's not really put down accurately yet. So I'll play a tiny snippet of this one.
I got a person saying already, do both styles.
Do both styles?
Yeah, he said, just how you describe the country versus reggae.
What country version?
He said country versus reggae.
Oh, yes. So this is a reggae-y, it's like I said, I did it in my studio, and it's sloppily done, just so you know, more sloppy than anything you've heard yet. So the fact that I'm even playing this is ridiculous, but just check it out.
Just put it right next to the mic there.
All right, hold on. That's a drum machine, of course.
I'm going to turn the mic up.
Okay.
Another chance, another dance. Another season day, gonna make it last. But will it come? Color my world, drink the wine. Gonna raise a glass, gonna be my time now to be done. In the sky, glide, glide. All I can hear is the sound of my wings and the butterfly dream. Bless the moon, toast my wife. Every day gonna make it bright, but will tomorrow come? Shed my skin, finally here. Got my seatbelt on, through the air now, towards the sun. In the sky, glide, glide. All I can hear is the sound of my wings in my butterfly dream. Butterfly, fly high. Butterfly, fly
That's pretty much it.
So, that's great. And you got Bob Bitchin, he goes, damn, I love it. And he's like, he could hear both styles in that.
So there's, yeah.
So, you got some really cool stuff.
Thanks.
I mean, you're so creative. Your creativity of what's going on upstairs is just awesome. I think it's so cool.
I can't stop it. I need to do it more because it's really fun. I don't do it enough.
You got a lot. How many new songs do you have going on right now?
A lot. I've got a lot of songs that from years and years and years ago that I've never recorded that I'd like to record. But I'm just focusing on the ones that have been written maybe in the past 3 years.
Yeah. Callie McCool says, overtime? Question? Yes. He wants us to go overtime tonight. So this is what's kind of neat. I love the fact that people are loving what they're listening to and hearing what you've got to say. You know, it's
cool.
It's really making the show tonight because you do have a lot of great stuff that's out there.
Thank you.
Me personally, and I am so glad we met you so many years ago because from day one, you've always been such a genuine person. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. You've been so genuine with us. It's whenever we saw you and when we came into the island, before we lived here, you're just like, hey, You
I
know,
was like, so you guys get to retire when? Are you
know,
kidding me? I was so jealous.
So it's been a real treat to know you all these years.
Thank you.
And watch the cool things that you're doing. To watch you on stage when you're up there playing, you know, you're in your element. When I see you at the Old Stone Coffee House, I sit back there at the soundboard and I just watch, and you're just like doing your thing, and I'm just like, you're so, it's you. You're that person that can just make it work. And
Gosh, you know, it's funny, on my own YouTube channel, I actually, like a guy from one of my first loves actually, found me a performance of mine that was recorded back in, dare I say, 1989 at the Middle East Cafe. And
the Middle East Cafe
in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And it was when I was first playing my brand new guitar it's my old Martin guitar, that because I had a guitar stolen in Washington Square Park, New York.
I remember this.
You know,
yeah, I remember you talking about this.
And a guy knocked on my door and said, "I want to help you buy a guitar. I'm your biggest fan." Anyway, to make a long story short, I ended up getting this amazing 1944 Martin 0018, which is a great guitar. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because you're just reminding me of like how long I've been doing this, a long time, and I'm playing this song. Anyway, there were like 5 or 6 songs, and I talked about the story about this guitar and how someone stole it from me when I was performing at a gig. My Martin D18 was stolen because I had a bad experience with green grapes and I had to run to the bathroom.
Green grapes?
I'm afraid so.
Are you allergic?
No, let's just say they must have been tainted or something, or they weren't washed.
They just went right through you.
I had to go. So I was basically running to the bathroom, and some guy that was watching me ran off with my...
I love this story. I mean, seriously.
Ran off with my guitar.
This is a great story to tell.
The funny thing is like I didn't dare even mention the story of this gig at all. but the performance is actually on my YouTube channel, and I'm looking at myself. I was like, wow, I looked like that once.
We all did.
Yeah,
dark brown hair.
I
like,
sort of
oh my
love
God.
that story. So let me ask you a personal question with regards to your first time ever performing. Were you scared to hell and back?
How old were you? You were like 8 or 9.
Yeah, how old were you when you did your first performance up there in front of a crowd?
Well, my mom told me I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I was in this dance, this like ballet, and she said, and I don't really remember the experience. Maybe I blocked it out because I was terrified. I don't recall. But she said I sang this song called "You Couldn't Be Cuter." But that's all I remember of it. And then I don't really remember exactly when was my first performance. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember. Oh, maybe it was at my parents' like Christmas party for the business they owned. And yeah, I think that might have been it.
Were you? I mean, has there ever been a performance where you just were scared?
Yes. Oh my God, I wasn't comfortable until I'm not even gonna tell you how old I was. I mean, it took me years. Did I have a freeze?
Yeah, Michelle asked, did you ever freeze?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yes, I did. In fact, I had a pretty harrowing experience. Okay, it's a funny story. I was a vocal major in high school, and I lived away from home at a boarding high school, okay? And it was a performing arts high school called Walnut Hill School of Performing Arts in Natick, Massachusetts. And and I had a voice teacher that had me singing Foire, which is a French classical music, Foire, Mozart, you know,
Holy crap.
Tchaikovsky. I was singing that classical music, literally. And I was also singing an old English song, and I'll never forget. I mean, I was too young to really, I didn't really even pick my own recital, what my senior recital was going to be of songs. And it was based on what I was just given to sing in my classes, my vocal classes. And I'll never forget my mom. She laughed her ass off because she had some of her friends from work come to see my performance at Walnut Hill, and the song was that we were singing in harmony. I sang it in harmony, 3-part harmony with these 2 other girls. It was a song called "Ye Spotted Snakes,"
Ye spotted snakes.
Ye spotted snakes. I will never forget that. And my mom, they did everything they could to just not laugh while we were performing.
And how old? What year?
I was a senior in high school.
Oh, okay, so they was a little older.
I was a little older, but
Not elementary school.
Mind-wise, beyond naive.
So here's a question for you. What has been your most favorite performance?
My favorite performance?
Yeah. Is there one out there that stands out that was your favorite?
Well, I could probably say that the show that I did this past November, last November, opening up for Sixpence None the Richer at Key West Theater, that was probably one of my
high points.
Because I was comfortable and I knew what songs I was going to play, and I did a lot of my new songs, and I was talking about the songs, and I did it in the right amount of time that I was allotted, and it went great, and I was very, very happy. And if people out there aren't sure, the name Sixpence None the Richer, they had big hits called like Kiss Me Out of the Bearded Barley Night, that song, and they also did Breathe Your Name, I Can Always Breathe Your Name. Anyway, they're a great band.
I remember because I think you were playing the Old Stone Coffee House just before that.
I was so honored that they asked me because
you were so psyched.
The buyer actually had to like check out my Spotify, and they had to go to my website and see my bio and all of this stuff, and they
you know what that tells me?
They agreed to have me
your
open.
promos, all your the way you advertise yourself. Spot on.
Well, let's just say that the bio I gave them worked, and my Spotify songs, they're not too shabby, and they liked the music that they heard, so they hired me.
I love it. I love it. So, where can people find your music? Where I want to buy your stuff. Where?
Well, I'm on Spotify, all the streaming sites, and Amazon, and every site, wherever you stream. And some people still like to download songs. So iTunes, you would just have to search for my name, Adrienne Z.
Yeah.
And you would find me. And I've got...
And how do you spell that?
ADRIENNE space Z. And all my collections are on Spotify. In fact, the songs that, believe it or not, came out in the 80s, I have a CD that came out in 88 under Just Adrienne, and then 89 under Just Adrienne, and also 92 under Just Adrienne before I added the Z, because when the internet came out.
So it's just JUST space Adrienne?
No, it would be Just Adrienne without the Z.
No, but that's what I'm saying. No Z, but just space.
Just ADRIENNE, Adrienne.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you're just
saying
my name, Adrienne, without the Z.
Not because his band used to be Just for Fun.
Yeah, Just for Fun.
So it's JUS space.
No, JUS.
4.
No space.
Number 4.
The number 4.
FUN.
FUN.
But it wasn't JUST, it was JUS.
But it wasn't my, I didn't do it. I just played in a band, so.
So Apple Music, because I have an iPhone, they have all my collections under my name, Adrienne Z, including the stuff that just has Adrienne in the title. But all the other sites, they only have Adrienne Z separate from the Adrienne stuff.
That's with our B-Man and Ms. Behavin'.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't connect them.
Do you get the weekly updates from Apple when they sit there and say where your music's been played here and there and all that stuff?
Yes.
Is that not cool?
It's very cool.
You know, because, I mean, they tell you radio airplays. They tell you singles where they've been played. I think that, to me, that is the most useful.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. That I think you have me on a playlist on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put a playlist together of trop rock music, and I've included your music in that, so that if somebody wants to go out and play, I even forget what the heck I called it. I think B-Man's playlist or whatever. But
no, it's cool.
It's a whole list of trop rock musicians that we hope that you play, because we get a piece of that penny when that song's played.
A very, very small piece. A very small chunk. So as I always like it, I play often. Oh, that's right. I'm playing at the Lorelei. I also play in a band once a month at the Lorelei, called a band called Jade Storm, the first Friday of every month up at the Lorelei in Alamorada. And that's fun. And I play Mondays at Alabella, and I play Mondays, and then a couple Fridays at Baker's Cay, couple Saturdays at Americay, and then Mucker 88 on Sundays. And
so you have all these gigs because they've known you all these years of your expertise and as a musician.
I guess so. I mean, I actually want to, like I said, I want to be playing down in Key West more. I'm actually playing at the Schooner Wharf Bar the last Friday of March.
That's got to be a tough gig.
It's
5 hours, isn't it?
Well, not anymore. It's they have it going to 11 unless the place is packed.
Okay.
And then they want you to play a little longer, maybe to 11:30.
Yeah.
Which is.
So is that just you playing, or are you going to bring a few people
I have
up there?
a whole band. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's because that's a long time up there, and
yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Very long time. I want to get some more music. You want to hang around a little bit longer? Are you cool with that? Or do you need to skedat?
Well, I
If you need to, that's cool.
You tell us.
Well, it's been super fun. Because I have to go back to Marathon tonight because of my kitty.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, did I want to? So there was one other song. Oh, I could play one other song, I suppose. So maybe I'll stick around for a little while longer.
Okay, so I'll go to some more music, and then we'll.
But she wants to play another song.
Yes, I got that.
Yeah.
And then what I want to do is come back and do This Day in Music real quick, and then we'll talk about your song, and then we'll get ready to close the show out.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Sure.
B-Man and Michelle's Coast Confessions. Tonight we have the wonderful, world famous.
Oh my
Adrian.
God.
Well, you are world famous in my book. I don't care what anybody says. Adrian Z. We're going to get a little bit of music, and we'll get right back here. We got a few more things we want to do, and then we'll close the night out. Thanks for hanging out with us. Here's a little Steve Hopper, everybody. South of New Orleans.
Got a girl named Sally Brown. She's south of here and that's where I'm bound. Down south. Down south. Down south to New Orleans. Down south. I'm going down south. Down south to New Orleans. She called me up on the telephone, said meet me in the lobby of Le Harvey on down south. Down south. Down south to New Orleans. Down south. I'm going down south to New Orleans. There's a tropical owl. Got a hand grenade to blow your mind in style. Down south. Down south. Down south to New Orleans. Down south. I'm going down south. Down south to New Orleans. And eyes so green to get to herds from that Poncha train. Down south, down south to New Orleans. I'm going down south to New Orleans. Take it on down the road, boys.
There's a little ball of rhythm at the shoe shine stand. People like to gather around and clap their hands. He's a great big bundle of joy. He pop on the boogie woogie rag. He's the Chattanooga shoe shine boy. He charges you a nickel just to shine one shoe. He makes the old slither kind of look like me. People want to laugh and dance and he gets through. He's a great big bundle of joy. He pop a boogie woogie rag. He's the Chattanooga shoe shine boy. It's a wonder that that rag don't care the way he makes it pop. You ought to see him fan the air with his hippity, 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 hippity hop. He opens up the corner about 8:45. Get him early when they're feeling fine. People like to get a little rise and shine. He's a great big bundle of joy. He pop a boogie woogie rag. He's a Chattanooga shoe shine boy. So if you ever pass a corner about Ford and Grand, there's a little bottle of rhythm as a shoe shine stand. People out together around and clap their hands. He's a great big bundle of joy. He pop a boogie woogie rag. He's a Chattanooga shoe shine boogie woogie rag. He's a Chattanooga shoe shine boogie woogie rag. He's a Chattanooga shoe shine boy.
Hi, this is Sissy at Nailtini. Stop by for a mani-pedi at 817 Duval. Now, back to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle.
That's right, B-Man and Michelle's Coast Confessions come to you live from the Beachy Shell Studios here in Key West, Florida. And you know what time it is? It's that time that we talk about this day in music history, everybody!
Oh, my.
Oh, that's right. Here. George Takei. Okay, let's talk about 1970. This is where it gets fun. The Simon and Garfunkel started a 6-week run at the top of the U.S. singles chart with Bridge Over Troubled Water, also number 1 in the UK in March the same year. The song is featured on their 5th studio album, Bridge Over Troubled Water, composed by who? Paul Simon.
But didn't Art Garfunkel have something to do with it?
Yeah. But then in 1976, Paul Simon, still crazy after all these years. Wow, still crazy. Was named Best Pop Vocal Performance and Album of the Year at the 18th Annual Grammy Awards. In his acceptance speech, Simon told the audience, "I'd like to thank Steve Wonder, little Mr. Stevie Wonder, for not releasing an album this year." 77, Ray Charles was attacked by a member of the audience who tried to strangle him with a rope. What kind of crap is that? 1982, Thin Lizzy. Remember Thin Lizzy? Guitarist Scott Gorman collapsed during the band's European tour, suffering from heroin withdrawal.
He was trying to be good.
He was trying. You know what? Hang on 1 second.
Did I touch that thing again?
That damn mic was buzzing again.
Oops.
1983, U2 released their 3rd studio album, War. The album is regarded as U2's first overly political album, in part because of the song Sunday Bloody Sunday and New Year's Day. I like playing New Year's Day on New Year's Eve. So, 1984, Michael Jackson won a record 7 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year for Thriller, Record of the year for the best rock vocal performance for Beat It, Just Beat It. Best pop vocal performance, best R&B performance, and best R&B song for Billie Jean.
Billie Jean was good.
And best recording for children's for E.T. the Extraterrestrial. I didn't know he did that one.
He did?
Yeah, that threw me off too. I was like, what? He did children? 1984, the most famous guy in the world, 1984, Weird Al Yankovic.
Yep.
Released the second studio album in 3D. It features Eat It.
Eat it.
Eat it. Just
Don't you
eat
make
it.
me repeat.
1989, Bob Dylan recorded the first sessions of Oh Mercy album in the studio, New Orleans, Louisiana. 1989, Indigo Girls
Oh, Indigo.
released their self-titled album featuring Closer to Find. I love that. That's a great song. That really is.
You won't play it for me, though.
What? Oh, don't even go there. It was Amy Ray and Emily Saylor's second studio album, a major label debut on Epic Records. Their collaboration on the record included, this is what I thought was kind of cool. They collaborated with a lot of people on that record. It was REM, the Hot House Flowers. Following the album's release, Indigo Girls won the Grammy Award for Best Contemporary Folk Recording and received a nomination for Best New Artist. Here's the other thing I thought was interesting. Closer to Find peaked at number 52 on the Billboard Hot 189 and experienced a revival. Check this out. A revival. After it was included in the 2023 film
Barbie.
Barbie! How did you know that?
I went to see it. Are you kidding me?
Barbie. We haven't seen Barbie.
Are you a Barbie fan?
Are you that? Let me just tell you, that's quite an impressive. It was a very, very impressive movie. Quite more adult than you would ever think in a million years.
That's funny you brought that up. It's like, in a Barbie world.
I was really very pleased that they included that song in the film.
I had so much Barbie because Sissy down at Nailtini, Jesus criminy, it was like Barbie toilet paper, Barbie this, Barbie that. It was like, oh my God. I couldn't take any more Barbie. 1995, Jewel released a debut album, Pieces of You. It featured Who Will Save the Soul, You Were Meant to Me, and Foolish Games. Way to go, Jewel. 96, Nirvana's Unplugged. I love that one. That was a good one. Nirvana's Unplugged won Best Alternative Album, and Coolio won Best Rap Performance with Gangsta's Paradise at the Grammys. Coolio. 1980. There's a lot going on this day in
apparently.
Yeah. 1996, Alanis Morissette won Album of the Year at the Grammys for Jagged Little Pill, and Best Female Rock Artist and Best Rock Song for You Ought to Know. 98. What was that? All right. The two of you just were taking off with that song. I was waiting for a performance here. 1998, Celine Dion. Salon. Have another bourbon, man.
That's what I was thinking.
My Heart Will Go On from the movie Titanic. Went to number 1 in the U.S. The film had been number 1 at the box office since December 21st, 1997. That's not that long. 2008, Mike Smith, lead vocalist, keyboardist for the Dave Clark 5, died of pneumonia at 64. 2012, the Malaysian government canceled a concert by Erykah Badu scheduled for following day due to the tattoos, including one of the word Allah in Arabic. I don't know why I left that one in there. I did. 2016, at the Oscars, Lady Gaga was introduced by then Vice President Joe Biden and performed Till It Happens to You, joined by a group of sexual assault survivors. A few minutes later, it lost the Best Song Award to Sam Smith's Writing on the Wall. There you go. 2020, Real Estate released the 5th album, The Main Thing, and features Paperclip and the title track. And of course, I brought this up. Albums released by Jimmy Buffett, because this is the Coastal Confessions show, and we talk about Jimmy Buffett stuff. Jimmy Buffett in February included Living and Dying in 3/4 Time in February of 74, The Coconut Telegraph in February of 1981, and Buried Treasures Volume 1 in February 9th, 2028. So there you go. on this day, Michelle, who's in the kitchen, away from the studio. And birthdays today, Rolling Stone Brian Jones was born today in 1942. Barbara Acklin, soul singer of Love Makes a Woman and co-writer of Have You Seen Her, was born in 1943. Searette Wright with You, I'm Born Again with Billy Preston was born in 46. Cindy Wilson of the B-52s is 68. Pat Monahan of Train is 56. Nigel Gottrick, producer of Radiohead, Beck, and Atoms of Peace is 54. And Jason Aldean.
They don't want anyone to know their birthdays and how old they are.
And Jason Aldean is 48.
I'm not telling you.
So there you go, everybody. This day in music. History. A little bit of German music for everybody. There you go. So that was this day in music history.
That is so funny.
Oh my God, it is so cool that
I was just like, I was starting to cringe thinking, oh, he's going to ask me my age. Forget it.
I will not do that to you, but how old are you?
Forget
it. You're so slick. You're probably right around me, so.
Maybe.
How old are you?
I don't know, but you look younger. Whatever.
Oh, man, I am so happy that you're with us tonight, and thank you so much. Before we went into music earlier, you had mentioned about you might have something else you wanted to share song-wise?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. You gave me
All
that.
right.
You gave me that look.
All right. Well, I will play. Is it all right? Is it working?
You're good. That mic, I'm going to have to do something with that mic.
All right.
All right, but it's good now. It's
So you
not,
can hear me okay?
Yes,
All right.
you're perfect.
All right. I'll play this one. This is a love song.
Here comes another love song.
It's a love song. I'll play this one for you.
All right, I got you.
I could have sent it to you, but I'm just going to play it.
That's okay.
Like on the microphone, I go like this.
We're good. We're good. I got it. I got you covered.
All right.
Adrian Z.
Finer than diamonds, smoother than silk, warmer than sunshine. You brighten my world, some kind of heaven. When we embrace, melting in your eyes. Oh, I'm drifting away. What a sweet love, sweet love. What a sweet love, sweet love. You take me places I've never been. Throw me a lifeline. Oh, when I'm in a spin. Is this forever? Let's find a way to spend a lifetime long past a day. What a
What is the name of that song?
Sweet Love.
I love that. And all right, so I'm gonna make a comment here because Bob, who listens to our show, he goes, I like it. It does sound finished, and I agree because
it's close.
The songs that you've played tonight off your phone, and the other songs, I'm like, in my mind, those are ready.
They're close. I just have to like.
But for the audience listening that doesn't get to see what I see face to face with you as you're playing that song, I'm watching your facial expressions.
I'm excited because I haven't listened to them in a long time, to be honest.
And
I really haven't.
And what I'm seeing is you're deep in analysis of what needs to be tweaked.
Well, actually, I wasn't thinking about that. I was actually just enjoying what was there, and I was like, oh, wow, it's been a while since I've heard this song. I was like, sounds pretty darn freaking good.
Yeah.
No, I mean, literally, I was like thinking that. I was like, wow, it's been a while because I basically recorded the drums. I have Hiram Gazzaro, the great drummer here in Key West, and Matt Backer putting some guitar down, and Rick Cleaver from Howard Livingston's band playing
This is a good point. Talk about the people who are part of that because there are some real superstars on there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, let's take Matt,
Matt Backer's a great guitarist, yeah. And he's playing with tons and tons of people on many, many albums. And down here in the Florida Keys.
And he's out of England.
Yep. And he comes down here and he travels down here and he performs with different people. And he basically plays on tons of people's stuff in the studio in Ian Shaw's place.
Well, he's a very humble guy.
He is very humble. And he's quite masterful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quite masterful. And then Rick Cleave is a great bass player. He plays with Howard Livingston's band.
Yeah.
And he's playing bass. And then I have Hiram Gazzaro on drums, who plays with Andy Westcott's band, and he's an amazing drummer.
The amount of talent that resides in this town or
it's ridiculous
within the vicinity,
So many
whether it's
people.
up in Marathon or Key Largo or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a lot of really good people down here.
Oh, it's amazing, actually.
And
amazing.
So again, I was watching, I was observing
I was
you.
listening to the song. I was like, well, it sounds pretty darn good.
I was observing you
literally
as you
thinking
were,
that.
and I can only imagine what's going on, what you're thinking, because
I was thinking this sounds pretty darn. I was impressed, but it was like, boy, why don't I just work on this stuff and get it done?
It's a great damn song, and the listeners, they're ready for it. They're ready for you to get that stuff out there because
Awesome.
I think this is stuff that we can get on Tiki Man Radio, and push in so many other different markets.
Nice.
That
Cool.
I mean, you've got it. I mean,
you.
you've got some damn good music.
Thank you.
That needs to get out there, and the one thing I'm going to say to you is you always say you're not trop rock, and I'm not trop rock, but the genre of trop rock, I think, is still trying to figure out what trop rock is. It's a lot of beach country. It's a lot of so many things.
Well, everything evolves too. I mean, even what was traditional country, now is like country's morphed into it's a thing based on the modern era.
Exactly.
And I think everything grows and changes.
Exactly. And I think we harvest that and use it to our music benefit. When you really think about it, let's get it out there where we can and when we can. So I'm so happy you've been a part of what we've done tonight.
Thank you for having me. It's great to hang with you guys. I love your space, and you're a great cook, and you're such a freaking geek, man. Look at all this stuff you got here.
Yeah,
it's
well,
like,
we've
look at you.
We've come a long way.
Yeah, it's you. I love you've got these little really cool gadgets, these iPhone holders that sit on your desk just perfectly.
There's a lot going on in this world. Yeah,
holder that's perfectly placed, and he's got this gorgeous desk that just goes down and raises back up with a little button. I'm like,
I want to say a few things to you because we've known you a pretty good long time.
It's been a while,
and even before we moved here, you've always been our favorite. You've always been somebody that...
Because I can't stop smiling. What the hell? Wipe that smile off your face.
You've always been somebody that...
Starting to hurt my smile.
When we came to the Keys, we wanted to find where you're playing because we've enjoyed your music. We've enjoyed your personality. We've enjoyed you as a person because,
Thanks.
you interact with your audience, and
A whole lot more now than I used to. I can tell you that.
no, I think you back in the day. I think
Well, I definitely do a lot more now. I think I was definitely more shy than I am now. Right now, I don't care what anyone thinks, and that's what happens when you get older.
Well, but you know, but
You don't
again,
care anymore.
You've always been somebody.
You didn't like recoil from us like oh, those guys are like weird crazy fans, or like some people, like if you get a little bit too close, they're like, oh, what are they doing? What do they want from me?
Really?
I think, like some people are like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because when we first met Danny Hoy, and we met her. I mean, I listened.
When I first heard the name Danny Hoy, I thought it was a guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a DANI girl.
Well, when we first started linking up with Danny,
We were working with the Parrot Heads, and they were doing a thing in New Orleans,
Yeah.
the Six String Music Festival, and we had sponsored, and we wanted to go there because our friend Hugo Duarte was playing there.
remember Hugo? Yeah.
Oh, we loved Hugo. He used to play at the Hog's Breath, so we had sponsored just so we could go see Hugo and everything. But Danny happened to be playing that for the first time there at Six String. And so that's how we met her. And we're like, oh, she's pretty good. And blah, blah. Brian's a little over-enthusiastic sometimes. He's like, hey, I love you.
I just...
I'll tell you what. I mean, I'll be honest. I appreciate music appreciators. Like, it really warms my heart that people appreciate my writing or my performance. And it means a lot to me. You know, I don't tire of it. And, you know, I don't know if it's because...
And I think some women are just cautious, and I kind of get that, I guess. But you know,
She thought it was a stalker.
They think everybody like
who?
Danny Hoy. She goes.
Danny.
She goes. When I first met you, I thought you were a stalker. You were weird, and I'm like, no, I really enjoyed your music, and
Oh, that's funny.
I just wanted to get to know you more. I mean, Michelle's in stalking distance. You know, if you want to call it that. But it was just I appreciate good music, great musicians, and we were just in a part of our life trying to get to know a lot more people. I mean, we're very close to Hugo and so many other musicians. But, you know, when we finally got her to come out and stay with us and we got to know her a lot more, I mean, she's like, you guys are fun, but I thought you were a stalker at the beginning, you know? And I'm like, I always laughed about that, you know?
I think that's really funny because she's a very affable person. You know what I mean? She's like... very, you know, warm-hearted, and I really love her.
Yeah, no, she's really cool. So I want to, real quick, Callie McCool says if you need cowbell, he's in.
That's
any
so
cowbell.
funny. Cowbell, that's hysterical.
Bob Bitchin says, no, she is still shy, letting us hear her new songs. You can hear the shyness.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So
That's interesting. Why? By making 50,000 excuses?
you know what I think it is like, I think you're such a perfectionist, and you don't want that out there until you know it's perfect in your mind.
perfect enough.
Yeah.
Perfect enough.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to get better about, you know, thinking that everything has to be absolutely perfect, because my Chameleons album, I'm very proud of that album, but it took me 4 years to make it. And I needn't take that long. Of course, I was learning how to use my Roland VS2480 at the time. And I was communicating with the mix engineer, who was Steve Schwartzberg, Amy Lee's husband, and he was living in Hawaii. And I literally had to type out every last thing of what I wanted on a computer. I had to type out all the directions at 25 seconds, blah, blah, blah. I mean, literally.
You're serious, really?
That's how I wrote that. That's how that record got mixed.
Oh, my God.
Because I wasn't in the room with him. It was really hard to work this way. But that's how it happened.
That had to have been...
long time.
Oh, my God.
It took a long time. It was extremely tedious, and it was not easy. And so when I got a new mix, I had to just like put it aside. I was like, oh man, I have to go through that.
That would just
second by second by second by second. Oh my God, and give specific details on it.
Now,
oh my God.
If I'm not mistaken, okay, because we knew Amy Lee, and her husband passed away, didn't he?
Steve Schwartzberg. He was so amazing, and he was a big engineer. Actually, he worked in a studio in Atlanta. And he worked with TLC, Bruce Springsteen. I mean, he was an engineer in a major major studio in Atlanta.
Wow, okay.
And then he got this disease that was like one in like a million people.
I remember that.
And I can't believe that
Yeah.
happened to him. He was such a beautiful
It was in
person.
Hawaii, wasn't it? When
They lived in Hawaii, yeah.
I do remember that because I
He was
remember
the most kind-hearted
Amy
person.
Lee posting
and
that.
he did such a good job on my album. I mean, he mixed it, and he did such a good job. I mean, you guys play a couple songs from that album.
How so lucky you are to have had him be a part of
man.
what you did.
So lucky, so lucky. And the same thing, like, you know, I'm having a whiteout on Richard Crooks.
Oh yeah,
he played
Poco,
drums.
right?
He played drums on all the stuff I did with Larry.
Yeah.
On our record.
Yeah.
And Richard Crooks, you know, played with everybody. James Taylor, you know, tons and tons of people. And I was so sad what happened with him as well. I loved him. I played with him at
I never got
Virgilio
to meet him.
sometimes, too.
Of course, the first year they did the second line for him, you know, from. Yeah, we just actually we hadn't moved here yet. We were staying at Danny and Chris's house.
Oh yeah, we hadn't even.
And that was the first year that they did the second line when Richard Cooks passed away, and now it's an annual event, which
I
just
know, and
just
I
happened.
never seem to be able to go to this event.
It was like a week or so ago, I think it was,
it
that they
really?
just had it. Yeah. I can't keep up with the amount of things that happen here in Key
I
West.
need to know when that's happening because I may have been able to go.
I think it was just this past weekend.
So what, February something?
Yeah, I think it was just past weekend that it occurred. But
Figure it out for next year. Like, what's the date?
yeah, I mean it's
Exactly.
which I think it's a really cool thing that we do for musicians
to honor,
to honor
our loved ones.
and not only musicians, but you know, people who have passed away that are prominent within Key West that have done something for Key West. I mean, you know, whether you started the plugging program or whatever, it's just our way of, you know, recognizing the important people, you know, here in the Keys.
Well, it's been so great with you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being a part of what we're doing.
Yeah, gotta drive to Marathon.
I'm trying to think what music I want to get to close out the night. We've got. I'm going to do 2 songs, and I'm going to do a song. We'll come back. I'm going to do a Paul Simon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
having
much
me.
for being a part of it. And you're always welcome. Whether we do radio, whether we do music, or if you just want to sit here and stay overnight and watch TV, Star Trek or something.
Thank you.
And you know where the key is, because you've done this before.
I don't know. Is it still there?
We've moved it
We're
around.
not
but
talking
we'll
about where
figure
it
out.
is.
But the cool thing is, this is how important you are to us.
Oh,
that
thank you.
even when we're not here, and you send me the message, I'm in Key West, and can I stay at your house?
Aw,
and I tell you where the
thank
key
you.
is.
Thank you.
You know, you know how to take care of the cats. You know what, you know, you're
I love your kitties.
you are family.
I have to go home to my kitty, actually.
You are family. So
That's where I'm going.
let's get to Paul Simon. Thank you again for being a part of our show tonight, Adrian. And
Wonderful to see you both.
all those listeners, go out there and buy Adrian's music and download everything, because
Follow me on social media and follow me on... And my website has my schedule also, always.
We're in Key West.
And what's your
We're in the
website?
Keys, actually, because you're playing all the way up to Key Largo.
I do. AdrianMusic.com or Adrian Z Music. It all goes to AdrianMusic.com.
And if you want more information, go out to what I posted on both Facebook and YouTube, because her links are out there too, so that we can, you know, we got you covered.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, hon. We appreciate it.
Good to see you.
A little bit of Paul Simon, every confessions. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and I'm glad we got to have Adrian Z a part of our show tonight. We so appreciate it. Michelle, you got any closing thoughts over there?
Nope.
Nope. I got nothing.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras, everybody. I hope everybody has a great time. We're getting ready. March 1st is tomorrow, so I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful
What are y'all
weekend.
giving up for Lent?
Huh?
Said, what are y'all giving up for Lent?
I'm not giving up nothing. I don't think I am. Are we giving up anything?
We'll see.
I usually do what you do, but I don't know. We're going to close the show out tonight with a little bit of Jimmy Buffett, like we do pretty much every show. Thanks for being with us. We'll be back here next Friday for another B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions right here on Tiki Man Radio, coming to you live from the Beachy Shell Studios in the Beachy Shell Hideaway, Key West, Florida. Jimmy Buffett, and we've got a little bit of preservation. trying to think, what the heck was this one? Where did my thingy go? I don't know where to go. University of Bourbon Street. That's what it is. I couldn't remember. Everybody. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with B-Man Michelle's Coastal Confessions right here at the Beachy Shell Studios in Key West, Florida on Tiki Man Radio. And as we close out every show...
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Y'all come back now. You hear? We'll see you guys next Friday as we bring you another fun Coastal Confessions show. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.